as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
And the ball's loose. The defense pounced on that. Now they're headed the other way.
You're on defense, and it's wet. And it's rainy. You know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. and you know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge, He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, running back on the move. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
Snap it to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th-quarter game.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The Wildcat is headed quickly to the line.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Cantrell. He'll work his way down to the 28.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Arizona comes out with another first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The inside handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They move the tight end all over. Hand off from the shotgun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Pushes ahead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he's dragged down.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fair catch, called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Now on 2nd down after the short completion. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Sails one into the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
When you play DB, it's a really hard thing to do in college football. When you play DB and you get zero pass rush, it's an impossible thing to do in college football.
He's looking to throw it. Complete to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Able to get one down to the 15. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Escapes the sack. On the run, still looking. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it pay dividends on that 3rd down.
Field goal is good. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the 2nd quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by a field goal over Florida State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go with a direct snap. Discards a man. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, in a short yardage situation, they pull off an explosive play. And how about the blocking up front? Everybody getting a big-time push.
Yeah, and those 3rd and shorts, defense plays aggressive, loads the box. One guy misses, and it ends up being a big gain. Nice play by this offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Give to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving. He just works to get himself open, to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Fires downfield. Finds space on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play complete.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. From the gun, the ground game. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Arizona runs out the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They're going to ride this running back. At the 35, he's loose. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll call for the fair catch here. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Handoff from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Cook. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
On third down, going up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Goes to the option. The pitch. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
What a disappointment. No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Quarterback will keep it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Arizona going back to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fire into the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
Well, the defense dialed up the blitz. Quarterback knew he was going to get hit, but he also knew he was man coverage, so he found his best matchup. He got it out of his hands early, right before getting smacked to get that completion.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Torres. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Floats it out in space. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah,
and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D quarterback.
Quarterback keeper. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Smart move to keep it on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now, if they can get a stop on this 3rd and 10, expect an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Torres. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll toss it to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
3rd down coming up.
This is a 3rd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.